This is your Excel wizard here today teaching you about the OR function. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into our function arguments box, and we're going to see that by definition the OR function checks whether any of the arguments are true and returns a true or false. And it will only return false if all of the arguments are false. So this is a really fancy way of saying this will return true if this or that is true. So for example, I have 1 plus 1 equals 2, and then on the bottom here I have 1 plus 1 equals 3. And so I'm going to hit OK, and this is actually going to be true because it is saying that if 1 plus 1 is 2 or 1 plus 1 is 3, give me a true. So only one thing here has to be true. And so like it was saying, both of these have to be false for it to return false. So if I change this first one to 1 plus 1 equals 4, it will give me a false because both 1 plus 1 equals 4 and 1 plus 1 equals 3 would not be true. So this kind of gets powerful when you have data like this or calculations where you want to do something not necessarily by hand, and you want to check something like if week 1 is positive or week 2 is positive. So I'll hit or here and I'll check just that. I'll say cell B1 is greater than 0, and then my next argument here is separated by a comma, and I will choose B2 being greater than 0. I'll hit enter and I'll see a true because even though week 2 is 900 in the red, I just wanted to see if week 1 or week 2 is in the positive. So this is actually really familiar and pretty similar to the AND function. It's also really powerful when you put it with the if function or embed it in the if function, and I have another video on that. It's in my intermediate series, but as far as the if function goes, this is all there is to it. So if you liked this, please consider leaving a like, and also please consider watching the rest of the beginner series if learning Excel and learning functions like this interests you. So as always, thank you for watching.